Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about pH and its counterpart, pOH. So first off, what is pH and pOH? Well, both pH and pOH measure the concentration of ions in a solution. Those ions being hydronium, which is H3O, and hydroxide, OH. We typically know this concentration of ions as acidity. Both pH and pOH values are typically in the range of 0 to 14, so they can get higher or lower. So here's the scales as shown below. Notice how they're opposite of each other, or inverse. So we have something like orange juice. That would be closer to 0 on the pH scale, but closer to 14 on the pOH scale. Again, because they're inverse. On the other hand, baking soda, which is very basic, would be slightly higher on the pH scale and lower on the pOH scale. The line between acids and bases are typically drawn at 7, as a pH 7 is also a pOH of 7. We'll get to that later. But right at the middle, that's called a neutral, and typically water goes there. So what's the correlation between pH and pOH? Or what's the math behind it? Well, the pH value and the pOH value always add up to 14. That's what the 7 pH equals 7 pOH comes from. And additionally, they're both the negative base 10 log value of the ion concentrations, as shown by the equations on the screen. So for example, if the concentration of hydroxide in a solution is 10 to the negative 9th power, then the pOH of that solution would be 9, making the solution an acid. You can dilute these values with water, but water is weird, as with anything else. So say we had an acidic solution. It has a low pH, high pOH, and by extension, a high hydronium concentration and a low hydroxide concentration. Well, if we add water to it, the pH value will go up and the pOH will go down. And here's the interesting part. The hydroxide concentration will also increase because even though it's a dilution, the solution itself makes more hydroxide ions from itself. And yes, because it's a dilution, the hydronium concentration will also go down because that's how dilutions work. The same thing will happen with basic solutions, just with inversed values. And with that, we've come to the end of another video. In today's video, we covered what pH and pOH is, how it's calculated, the molecules involved, and water being water in general. Thanks for watching!